gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the
can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome, everybody, back to Multiplex Movie Melee. I'm your host, Payson the Cinemaster Johnson, and we have an exciting match in the round one of our Golden Ticket Tournament. We got Kirk Kowalkowski taking on Joe Farrelly for a shot to get to that title match against Cameron Holtzman. Kirk had a phenomenal comeback season last year. I believe his last match was in a title picture against Dylan, against you, Dylan. And Joe, 2024 wasn't quite his years in terms of singles. Had a phenomenal year in terms of teams, but just looking to get back on that streak for singles. Dylan, how are you feeling about tonight's match?
Very good. Yeah, you set it up very well. Kirk last year was a big comeback season for him. He won 3 matches in a row, which is really cool to see. And I mean, Joe, he ended the year very strong with a win against Adelaide Spence, who was a very solid competitor in their own right. So I think both these competitors are looking to also continue that success into this season. So, yeah, I think it should be a good one.
Absolutely. I'm really excited for this match. I said we bring the competitors, starting with our first competitor tonight. Joe, I believe this is your first time in a golden ticket / platinum ticket tournament. Really excited to see you here. How are you feeling going up against Kirk tonight?
Yeah, I believe I was supposed to enter the 2023 one.
I think so, yeah.
But I had to pull out some personal reasons. So it's nice to be back in here and to give it a chance because, hey, singles is always fun. And it's not debate. So I've got a chance against Kirk, I think. Maybe.
Joe, I think you are a great debater. That being said, Kirk is one of the best. I say we bring in Kirk, speaking of the man. Kirk, like we said last year, it was really nice to see you back in the singles division. You had a really great comeback season. You're probably hoping to carry that momentum into 2025. How are you feeling going up against Joe tonight? You are muted, good sir.
Last season was a rebound year for me. I did a lot better than, I didn't set the world on fire, but I did do a lot better than I had been the past couple years, which were kind of ugly for me. So it was just nice to get that confidence back to know that at least I'm capable of winning a few matches. It was, I got a little momentum going, and I'm hoping that I can kind of capitalize off that now.
That is totally fair. Love that attitude. I say we jump right into the match, starting with round number one. Round one is going to work like this. You are going to receive 8 questions in 8 different categories in the realm of general movie trivia, each worth 1 point apiece. You will have 15 seconds to write your answer on your board, after which we will say pens down, and you will reveal your answers. If you answer all 8 questions right, you will receive a bonus question. Competitors receive 3 repeats and 1 challenge throughout the duration of the match. Competitors, any questions before we jump into round one?
Good luck.
Good luck, Joe.
Then your first question will be in the category of comedy. In what 80s comedy will you find a fast food restaurant that is a knockoff of McDonald's called McDowell's? Okay, I gotta ask. Do you prefer the Big Mac or do you prefer the Quarter Pounder? You are muted, good sir.
I'm more of a Big Mac guy.
You're more of a Big Mac guy. I've always been a Big Mac guy, but as I've gotten older, I'm starting to lean a little bit more towards the Quarter Pounder. I don't like what it is. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joey, will go to you.
I'm more of a Big Mick kind of guy. Coming to America.
Love that. And we'll go to Kirk.
Coming to America.
Coming to America is correct.
All right, so your next question will come in the category of recent releases. How many of Kate's friends are killed by the EF5 tornado at the beginning of Twisters?
That movie was called Coming to America, and if all things go well...
Sorry, guys. That cut out completely. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi tonight.
All right,
how many of Kate's friends?
All right. How many of Kate's friends are killed by the EF5 tornado at the beginning of Twisters?
I was going to say, if all things are going as they are being reported in 2025, Dylan, you and everyone in Canada might be coming to America.
Oh shit.
Welcome. That was good. That was good.
That
5,
was
4,
sure.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kirk, we will go to you.
2 is a number.
We will go to
It is.
Joe.
You should come to England too.
2 is a number, but 3 is also a number. And 3 was the correct answer.
I had 3 written down.
I only remember 2.
All right, so your next question will be coming in the category of animated. Who voices the titular character in Klaus? I watched this movie for the first time, and it is excellent.
It is really good, yeah. Cute little film.
The animation is like gorgeous. Like,
Yes.
like regardless of what you think about the story, just a stunning film to look at.
I was about to just say an actor that's in this movie. And that would be
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. It's good you didn't say it. Joey, will go to you. Joe,
J.K. Simmons.
and we'll go to Kirk.
Probably the best J.K. Simmons Santa Claus performance.
100% agree. J.K. Simmons is correct.
All right. Then your next question will come in the category of sci-fi/fantasy. The opening scene of The Fifth Element takes place in what country?
Kirk was referencing J.K. Simmons' breakthrough role in the 2024 film Red One, a film
yes.
that we all agreed before it came out. That looks like the stupidest shit in the world. And then I saw it, and I was like, it's the stupidest shit in the world. Everyone was like, come on, it's probably the next Godfather, people. Like, it's not. It's actually quite horrible, and made me want to castrate myself. 5,
Don't say that with Kirk here.
1. Pens down. Kirk, will go to you.
There are pyramids, so Egypt.
And we will go to Joe.
Egypt, dope film.
Egypt is correct, and it is a dope film. And your fifth question in the category of Oscars. Name one of the 2 actresses who won Best Lead Actress in both the 2010s and the 2020s. Going to give you a little bit of extra time.
I actually really
Matt,
liked Red One.
No, you fucking didn't. I don't.
I didn't fucking watch it.
You are so full of shit. Cody was over here like, guys, I think Die Hard has been surpassed. It's like, sure, Cody, go ahead. It was like Christmas Vacation, move over. Got Chris Evans is New Jersey trash. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the question,
1.
please.
Absolutely, that is Joe's first repeat. In the category of Oscars, name one of the 2 actresses who won Best Lead Actress in both the 2010s and the 2020s.
I thought you asked for 2. I didn't need that repeat. Never mind.
That's fair. That's fair.
Although I did need the repeat because I didn't hear the question properly. So, there is that.
Yeah, you know. Looks like everyone is good. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joey will go to you.
Emma Stone.
And we will go to Kirk.
Frances McDormand.
Frances McDormand and Emma Stone are correct. Both players hitting that.
All right. So then your next question will be in the category of horror. How does Father Karras die in The Exorcist?
Should have said for La La Land, Poor Things, 3 Billboards, and Nomadland.
Yeah.
I'll let you figure out who's and who, but just want to get the
You know what
context.
else is a good movie?
What else?
Like a dope movie, I'd say. Got to be Jean Dielman, 23 Commerce Quai 1080 Bruxelles.
That is a badass fucking movie when she's fucking skinning the potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And yes, I did have to look up the full title.
Down. I popped when she did the laundry. Kirk will go to you.
Jumps out a window.
And we will go to Joe.
Nick breaks after being thrown out a window, I believe.
Falls out a window is what we have, and jumps out. So we will accept jumps out of a window. If we would like to have a challenge, you are allowed to challenge.
Yeah, we're going to need a challenge. I'll throw out a challenge. I do believe the fall, because he falls down the stairs. I do believe his neck breaks in that, and I'm sure that's mentioned in there. I could be wrong. It's been a while, but I'll throw out a challenge for that reason.
We'll be right back after this challenge.
Is that a challenge?
All right, after reviewing the scene, we could not find anything that indicates whether or not the Karras's neck breaking during the fall was the result of his death. So therefore, we can't really go on inference or judgment. So with that, Joe does unfortunately lose this challenge, and the ruling does stand. As we head into your penultimate question in the category of directors. Who directed 1958's Touch of Evil? Have you ever given something the Nah. There's no way to make that question good. Getting some big head shakes backstage. I think my judgment did not.
I'm gonna let you sit in that one.
Thank you, Dylan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joey will go to you.
Orson Welles.
And we will go to Kirk.
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles is correct.
All right. So since there are no perfect rounds, your final question in round number 1 will be in the category of romance. Audrey Tautou plays the titular character in what 2000s romance film? Is it Tautou or Tattoo?
I was going to say, I would love to get a tattoo of Audrey Tautou on my right shoulder.
Nice.
And then you could get her on your left shoulder. And then we just
Yeah.
bump.
By the way, I did get a tattoo on my right shoulder over the break.
Yo, that's really awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's a gramophone.
No, that's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just show me after the match.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kirk, we will go to you.
No idea how to spell this. I said Amelie.
And we will go to Joe. You actually.
Spelled it the same way, though. Amelie.
Yeah.
You both spelled it the correct way. Amelie is correct.
That's a 1 in a million shot there.
All right, so Dylan, after round 1, I have Kirk in the lead at 7, Joe with 6. Is that what you have?
That is what I have, yes.
All right, anything can happen. So we have the round, also known as the wheel round. Competitors will get a spin at the wheel, in which case they will receive 5 questions from whatever category they land on, each worth 2 points apiece. They check down to multiple choice and devalues that question down to 1 point. They don't like what they spin for their first time. They are elected to respin for the amount, but they must keep whatever they land on for their second spin. But be on the lookout because stealing is involved in this round. Your categories on your lovely wheel tonight are pre-2009 Al Pacino, which is Kirk's strength, Eon-produced James Bond, which is Joe's strength, as well as the general categories of the 1970s comic book movies, 1980s, 2000s, actors and actresses, action event, and action adventure. Kirk, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or second for round 2?
I will go second.
All right. Then Joe, this will be your first.
You really didn't need to tell the folks at home whose strength was whose.
Come on! This
Well,
guy, this Bond.
produced James Bond. It is your strength. So would you like to take it?
I'll take it. I'm down, so yeah.
All right. Going to take out the wheel. Dylan, why don't you give Joe his questions in the category of Eon-produced James Bond?
Yeah, I was really hoping to reuse these questions for another match we have coming up. But anyways, your first question. Who plays Tee-Hee in Live and Let Die?
Oh, what's his first name? No, that's Baron Samedi.
5, 4, 3,
Multiple
2.
choice. I'll pull the first name.
Your options are A, Yaphet Kotto, B, Julius W. Harris, C,
Julius.
Jeffrey Keane, or D, Herb Villachez.
I knew it began with the J. Julius Harris.
That is correct for 1 point.
I had Harris.
And your second question. At the end of On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Bond captures Blofeld by chasing him in what form of transportation?
Bobsled.
That is correct for 2 points. Now your third question. Which Bond film is the only one to feature a villain to hold the title of number 5?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your first repeat, I believe.
Second.
Your
Second.
my bad. Your question again. Which Bond film is the only one to feature a villain to hold the title of number 5? And your options are... Never mind.
Nope.
No, I didn't.
No.
That would have been bad.
No.
We're good.
From Russia with Love.
That is correct for 2 points.
Oh, going through Spectre agents was fun.
So your penultimate question in this category. At the beginning of Tomorrow Never Dies, what is the name of the British ship that comes into conflict with the Chinese military?
HMS Devonshire.
That is correct for 2 points. We just had Devonshire here, but
I
sure.
believe, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so then your final question in this category. Casino Royale opens in what European city?
Prague.
And
that is correct for 2 more points and the sweep of the category.
All right, so after that, I have Joe getting the score up to 15, Kirk remaining at 7. We're going to be bringing the wheel in for Kirk's first spin. In the category of action adventure, would you like to keep it or spin again?
I don't hate it, but I got to pick up some points here. I'm going to spin again.
All right, spinning again, then you must keep whatever you land on here.
Hey.
Let's go.
Frank Smash, 2009 Gino. Kirk, I am, unfortunately, you are stuck with this category. You can't spin again.
To live with that.
All right, I will be giving
Sorry,
you a question.
Kirk.
Pre-2009 Al Pacino. Dylan, if you could just eat that wheel out.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
You're good. Your first question. In Glengarry Glen Ross, how much money did Shelley get for stealing the leads?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, 1,500, B, 2,000, C, 2,500, or D, 3,000? I should say dollars. My bad.
Rupees or shekels, pounds, euros.
2,500.
That is correct for 1 point. Your second question in the category pre-2009 Al Pacino. What is the nickname of Alejandro Sosa's personal bodyguard in Scarface?
Oh. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, the Phantom, B, the Shadow, C, the Spectre, or D, the Ghost?
Ghost.
That is incorrect. Joe, a chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, the Phantom, B, the Shadow, C, the Spectre, or D, the Ghost?
I mean, my Bond brain is telling me to go for the Spectre, so yeah, the Spectre.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for B, the Shadow.
Yeah, that was the logical choice.
Your third question. Who plays piano player 88 Keys in Dick Tracy?
Mandy Patinkin.
That is correct for 2 points.
We knew that one.
Your penultimate question in the category pre-2009 Al Pacino. How did Ralph Agee die in Justice for All? Agee is spelled A-G-E-E.
Oh, which one is he?
Five.
Hangs
4.
himself.
That is correct for 2 points.
He hanged himself! Couldn't remember which character that was.
Great fucking movie. As we head into your final question in the category of pre-2009 Al Pacino. In Frankie and Johnny, Johnny tells Frankie that he wants to start a family with her while they are at what type of location?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, cafe, B, bar, C, ice rink, or D, bowling alley?
Ooh. I can see these scenes in my mind. Where were they when he said it? Cafe.
That is incorrect, Joe. A chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, cafe, B, bar, C, ice rink, or D, bowling alley?
I watched Rocky recently. It's an ice rink.
Ice rink is also incorrect. We're looking for D, bowling alley.
Bowling alley. Dang it.
I live above a bowling alley and below another bowling alley.
All right, so after that, Dylan, I have Kirk getting a score up to 12, Joe remaining at 15. Is that what you have?
That is what I have, yes.
All right, but anything can happen as we move into round number 3, also known as the Pick Your Poison round. Before the match, competitors went back and forth drafting categories that would appear in round number 3. Now they will go forth once again drafting categories that they would like to answer questions from. The categories that were drafted are comic book movies, 1970s, comedy, crime, horror, classics, sci-fi, fantasy, and the 1980s. Your competitors will draft their categories right now. All right, your competitors have chosen their categories. Kirk, you are behind. What would you like for your 1-pointer?
Let's do 80s.
1-pointer in 80s. Dylan.
All right. Your question in the category of the 1980s. Edward James Olmos plays a math teacher in a school named James A. Garfield High School in what 80s movie?
Stand and Deliver.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right, so you are still behind. So what would you like for your 2-pointer?
How about let's mix up a little bit. Let's go 70s.
Sounds good.
So your question now in the category of the 1970s. Who plays the titular role in Annie Hall?
Five, 4,
Repeat.
3.
All right, that is your first repeat. Your question again. Who plays the titular role in Annie Hall?
Diane Keaton.
That is correct for 2 points and the tie game.
Avoid early onset dementia if you can, kids.
Damn. So that does tie us up. So, Joe, what would you like for your 1-pointer?
Horror, please.
All right. Your 1-pointer in the category of horror. Who directed The People Under the Stairs?
Hey, what did I say?
5, 4.
Wes Craven.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, so with that, it does go back to Kirk. Kirk, what would you like for your 3-pointer?
Let's do classics.
Sounds
right, so your question in the category of classics. In The Seventh Seal, Antonius and Jones first pass a group of people with what profession on their way to church?
Five, four.
Actors.
That is correct for 3 points. And I did not write that question.
It's like when I see a Magnolia question, I'm like, let's go. All right, so Joe, that does send it back to you. What would you like for your 2-pointer?
Comedy, please.
All right, your 2-pointer in the category of comedy. What is the full name of Macaulay Culkin's character in Home Alone?
Kevin McAllister.
For a tie game, that is correct. The game is tied, but Joe, do you have more questions? What would you like for your 3-pointer?
Sci-fi fantasy, please.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of sci-fi fantasy. What 90s fantasy film is about 2 girls who write stories about a fictional kingdom named Barovnia? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ghost World.
That is incorrect. We were looking for heavenly creatures.
Okay.
All right, so that does bring us. It is a tie game now. We are going to be going back to Kirk. Here's the situation. If actually, we don't have a situation right now. Dylan,
Not yet.
yeah, hit Kirk with his.
Your question in the category. Yeah, your question in the category of crime. In what 90s crime film will you find a black box device called C-Tech Astronomy?
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1.
All right, that is your second repeat. Your question again. In what 90s crime film will you find a black box device called C-Tech Astronomy?
I have 2 answers in my head, and then if I say the one, it's going to be the other one.
5, 4, 3.
I'll use that last repeat.
Yeah, that is your final repeat. So your question again. In what 90s crime film will you find a black box device called C-Tech Astronomy?
I think there's a black box in this movie. I know there's some computer stuff. I'm going to say Sneakers.
And that is correct for 4 big points.
Did not feel good about that at all.
Wow. Excellent game so far. Here is the situation now as we head into Joe's 4-pointer in the category of comic book movies. Joe must hit this to stay in the game. If he misses, Kirk wins the game. If Joe hits, we are going to sudden death. Joe, your 4-pointer in the category of comic book movies. What mutant does Mystique go to help get Nightcrawler a fake ID in X-Men Apocalypse?
I think it cut out slightly, but I have a repeat. I think I missed one word in that question, so I'm just going to double check. I'll use my repeat. Don't need a technical. I'll just use general repeat. I think I have it, but I just want to make sure I heard the question properly.
Okay, that's your repeat. Yeah, what mutant does Mystique go to help get Nightcrawler a fake ID in X-Men Apocalypse?
Caliban.
And we are going to sudden death. Caliban is correct. Wow. All right, here is how sudden death is going to work. We are going to answer questions until somebody takes the lead. If 2 players hit the question, we move on. If 2 players miss the question, we move on. If 1 player hits, 1 player misses, that is the game. Your first question in sudden death, and there are no categories. Name 2 of the 3 actors from 2004's Mean Girls that appear in the 2024 remake.
I'm assuming we're giving them 5 extra seconds.
Yeah,
Because they're naming 2. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Good call there. Banter is always tough in sudden death.
Oh, I hope that's his name.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joey will go to you.
I really hope I got his name right. Tina Fey and Tim Meadows.
And we'll go to Kirk.
Tina Fey and Tim Meadows.
Tina Fey and Tim Meadows are correct. We also would have accepted Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't want any part of this.
All right, so your next question. How does Tom Hiddleston's character die in Crimson Peak?
I really like this movie.
It's pretty good, yeah.
I think it was mismarketed at the time. I think people are starting to come around on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kirk, we will go to you.
As it falls in a hole.
We will go to Joe.
Grounds.
Both incorrect. We're looking for stabbed. Stabbed is the correct answer. Your next question in the category of no category. What sport does Ricky play in Boys in the Hood? I know it's probably stressful for players with no repeats. It's a little easy being a host knowing that, well,
This is it. Yeah.
yeah,
This is the question.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joey will go to you.
Football.
And we will go to Kirk.
What kind of football are you talking about, Joe?
I was going to put in brackets at the bottom your version.
Kirk.
So football.
Football is correct.
I know the rules when I'm here.
Dylan, go
So
ahead.
we move on. Your next question. Who plays journalist Howard Cosell in Ali?
Are you a fan of epic rap battles of history, Dylan?
It was more so when I was a kid.
That's fair. Who won this rap battle, Ollie or Jordan?
I don't remember this one very well.
I think Ollie very easily won. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Kirk.
The actor? John Voight.
And we will go to Joe.
The only other person I know who is in this movie, John Voight.
Oh.
Great, is correct. All right. It's me, right?
That's you.
All right. Question. Who composed the score to 1999's Sleepy Hollow?
I will say Joe's delay in the internet is making this even more stressful.
We'll see.
Not saying it in a bad way. It's just building a lot of anticipation for his answer.
Getting us match of the year, Kirk.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joey will go to you.
Danny Elfman.
And we will go to Kirk.
Playing percentages, Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman is correct. Holy shit. 26-26.
All right. So your next question. Nick Offerman plays the president in what recent release?
I accidentally misspelled president.
That's all right.
I didn't need to point
I
that
forgive
out.
you.
Thank you, Dylan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joey will go to you.
Civil War.
We'll go to Kirk.
Civil War.
So, Civil War is correct.
I believe, Payson, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the points record is 28 points by Mark Menchaca. So
Yes.
whoever wins will at the very least tie the record.
Yes, that is true.
Well, thanks for the extra pressure there, Dylan. We really needed that.
My bad.
Your next question in sudden death, Dylan, to you.
Yes.
No.
it's you.
I'm sorry. In Titanic, what is the name of Rose's necklace that Brock's treasure team is trying to find? I pulled the first questions available. I'm just going to say that.
This could be it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kirk, we will go to you.
I said the heart of the ocean.
And we'll go to Joe.
Heart of the ocean.
Heart of the ocean is correct. We move on.
All right, your next question. Ed Harris, Michael Biehn, and Tony Todd all have supporting roles in what 90s film?
Dylan, I am slowly just pulling more questions over.
Cool.
I was over here thinking. I shouldn't say anything. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joey will go to you.
Yeah, I think this might be it. The Rock.
And we will go to Kirk.
Oh, that's it. I don't have it. Congrats, Joe.
And your winner,
Yeah.
Joe Farrelly, The Rock, is the correct answer. Incredible game, 29-28. Holy crap. We're going to move on to post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher, Kirk. Incredible game. You had to lead out of round 1, did pretty well in your strength, swept round 3, and you guys tied the sudden death points record playing this match. I know with the end result probably doesn't feel great. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I wish I had a repeat there. Here's how. Congrats to Joe. It all came down to who was more prepared for their strength than Joe was. So good on him. Here's what's going to kill me and keep me up tonight. The Twister question. I had 3 on my board, and then I thought, 2 makes more sense because it was probably a couple, and I changed it to 2, and that's the point I had. And if the first question you guys asked was the bonus question, that's 2 extra points. We don't go to sudden death, so that's going to keep me up tonight. But other than that, I swept round 3, which has been my bugaboo for a long time. And I went deep in round 2, and it just came down to that one question that one of us knew the other one couldn't grab. So, congrats to Joe. Good on him. Like I said, that'll bother me for a while, but at least it's one of those things where it sucks to get blown out, but at least you got blown out, and there's nothing to really worry about or think about. But with this one, it's gonna be a lot of things are gonna be gnawing on me. So, but it is what it is. Congrats, Joe. Good game. Good luck moving forward.
Totally understand that. When you do come back, is there anyone you would like to play?
No, whoever you guys got for me. Whenever my next match is, I'll play it.
Absolutely love that attitude. Thank you so much for playing, Kirk. This was an incredible game. We are going to be moving on to the interview with our winner tonight, Joe. Phenomenal game. Holy crap. You were always keeping the pace through this match, performed a little better in round 2, and then you guys went so deep into sudden death, and you now have that record of most questions, most points in sudden death. Must be feeling pretty good. How are you feeling?
First match of the year. So obviously we had last one standing. which had done a little bit. Just again, it was a 50-50 the one that took me out of that. And yeah, Kirk played a great game. Obviously, leading out of round one, spins his strength, I spin my strength. So I think it works pretty well like that. Just his strength just has a lot, I think, deeper about it, and stuff that you might not have seen as much. And then yeah, I think a great comeback from him in round three, hitting that 3 and 4, especially that sneakers pull. That was awesome. Yeah, luckily with comic book movies, it went in my favorite one that was not as obscure as some of the other. There are a lot of obscure comic book movies, or you go deep, where you can go semi-surface level, or you can go deep into a better-known comic book movie. Luckily, it was the latter for me. And then, yeah, that sudden death round was crazy. I don't think I've ever done that well in sudden death. There's always so many movies out there. I just don't know. You don't know what's going to come up. And thankfully, there were just a lot of movies that I'd seen.
Absolutely. When you do come back, we actually know one of two competitors you might be playing. You are going to be playing the winner of Igor Kasich and Scott Harvey. Between those two, is there any preference for who you would like to play?
I hate getting cross-examined by lawyers. It's so annoying. Well, naturally, I have a really good. I don't think I've ever played one-on-one against Scott Harvey, so that would be really interesting. I get on. I'm a good friend with Igor, close friends, teammates in other places. So that would be more fun, and I think the preferable one for me. But I have nothing against Scott, and would be fun to play a match against him.
Love that attitude. Thank you so much, Joe. I'm sure whoever plays you is going to be pretty frightened after this match. Thank you so much. Dylan, final thoughts on this match before we head out.
Yeah, I mean, not much else really to say. It was an incredible match. I mean, 29-28. Correction from what I said. Mark's record before was 29. So Joe and Mark are currently the holders of that record. But yeah, I honestly thought that was a record that would never be touched. So This is a pretty big moment to see it tied. Phenomenal game for both competitors. I mean, yeah, it wasn't even just that Joe landed on Bond. Like, he kept pace in round 1. 6 out of 8 is solid. And I mean, he faltered a bit on his 3 in sci-fi fantasy, but he still got all his other questions right in round 3 to take it to sudden death in the first place. And yeah, it was just a great performance for both competitors, like in literally every single round. Like it was just fantastic. This is everything you'd want from a match. So yeah.
Yeah. Neither players have anything to hold their heads about. As far as I'm concerned, this has been an incredible match. Easily, like, we're only like a week into the season, but I think this is already match of the year contender. I actually don't know when this is releasing, but yeah, incredible game from everyone. Thank you all for watching. On behalf of Kirk, on behalf of Joe, on behalf of everyone here at Multiplex Movie Melee, I'm Pacing the Cinemaster Johnson. That's Dylan Vicious Van Thine. Have a great night.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.